wonderful to always come for this webinar series. It makes me do learn quite a lot, of course, and make me think that how I can make thing happen. So this, I want to give you background and sorry for the last time I was not able to do because even I felt bad. It was the first time in the 5 or 10 years, I don't know how many years I'm doing webinar. We missed it because my mom-in-law was not well. So why this topic came, and this has been a very regular things coming for, we call as a regular income, we call it retirement planning, but SWP become a very trend, and that's where people says, why don't you do the SWP? So I wanted to give a disclaimer, even though I'm trying to do a SWP to realistic way, because however people I was going through how people tells, but most of the time people are not able to realize that what are the things we should look at. Okay, so this time I'm going to do the same thing which I have been done for myself, my customers and people, and I hope this will help you all also. So first is how to build a corpus with an immediate or a deferred payouts. So it's like a how I will make the money and then do the payouts. So today I am going to give you little bit of glimpse of both, that if you are young, so you are making a corpus, which is like SIP, you are making a bigger corpus, and after some time, you will start taking a payout. But in case if you have already a lump sum money, then you can invest and take the regular payout. So it's about the thing. I'm just trying to do both. Mutual funds is the things. Of course, normally this session I combined other I can say product also, but this time it was very specific on SWP. So I'm trying to do through mutual funds only. SIP, no doubt, power of compounding, and SWP is a regular. Why it is better? And the same I can say, because here it is a payout or giving a regular income. I have taken as a treatment as like a retirement anytime or whoever want a regular income. So these is a very well-known quote, like why people want a regular income or a retirement kind of it. Retirement is like a long vacation in Las Vegas. The goal is to enjoy it to the fullest, but not so fully that you run out of the money. And this reminds me, recently I made one customer who's speaking with me and have a very good corpus. So he told me, can I take voluntary retirement from my place? And I said, yeah, why not? But he was trying to say, Rachna, I'm not sure how much I will be able to survive after if I am not having. Then I said, no, we will do the cash flow and we'll take care. So his worry was only two. And that is what I'm going to focus here is who will pay and take care of my taxation. So most of the time, if you noticed anybody is giving details on a payout, it can be annuity through insurance from anywhere, it can be mutual fund or something. Make sure how you are going to take care of a taxation, because these are pre-tax. Second thing was his was inflation. Even today topic I also tried to made very clear, because the topic was 1 lakhs a month. I continued to do that. Maybe little later I will do it with inflation. Second is with inflation. So if I want a 1 lakh a month as on today, so you should take inflation and then take the payouts. That is the two major things to look at across. Otherwise, we won't be able to plan properly. These are the facts and figures which has come from Goldman Sachs on telling on how the different generations are having a thing. So most of the generation, we will say generation Z or Z that normally they call, it's around a person who is born between 97 and 12. And then millennial is 81 to 96. Then Gen X is 65 to 80, and baby boomers are 46, and uh, then fourth is much different. So if you see here, most of the time on a behind the schedule is Gen Z. So 47% is not able to manage. So why it is so? Because that time the thing was, most of us, when I speak with a lot of people, of course they have saved, but they have many things they have done it on. I'm just giving example like an FD, PF, real estate. So first of all, those people, if I am not able to do it, which is the next thing I will do it, on a rental yield is much lower. Their fixed assets are very high. They have not done it on compounding. So many more things. It is making a retirement and regular payout. And most of us used to think that, okay, our kids will take care of it. That's another thing. And a lot of time it realize it now they are maybe working somewhere else, or they may not be so well to do. How we have to be independent. So the first foremost, we have to start thinking about we should be independent financially when we are retiring or when we want a regular payment. The regular payment can be for anything. It's like a pocket money also. I wanted to do, I'm just giving a vacation, for example, or if I wanted to buy some digital things. So what are the people face most of the time when they are thinking of retirement savings and advice? So another things they have been thinking, the tracking and managing spending. Very, very important. And this is what always feel me very not so happy because I like to do people to mentor. And whenever I do mentoring, I started 2 years back. I've yet to start back again. My first question to everybody is, why don't, because there are best part is there are a lot of apps now, why don't you track your spending? And that will create a 30%, I can tell you without fail, your investment surplus. But people fail to do a tracking. And that's where they go overboard. So that is the one thing I always request people. And if you are, please try to do it. You will be able to manage and achieve all your goals if your first level itself you take care of tracking on spending. 76% of the working age people in India accept comfortable retire life, but only 33% have to put the money in the face. So this is another point I used to tell people, at least we used to have a PF, PPF, 12% from our side, 12% from employee side is going. And recently when they start saying that people can opt for, or you can have only 1800, and a lot of time I've seen even well-to-do people, Rachna, let me have a higher take home than this, not realizing the value because our aspirations are very high. In 1800 rupees, what pension I will get it, or what corpus I'm going to create. So that is actually a very sad part for me, that why they reduce so much. But if not, at least I keep saying, if you are taking an 1800, that deficit of 12%, please do it in SIP and make sure that like how you were giving to NPF. So that is the one thing which I always request, and that's maybe the one of the reason. Lot of time people when I come to me, and this is why I didn't meet you in advance. So I say there is nothing wrong. You start now and make sure that you don't spend more than what you own. I don't want, and that's the one more fear. Sometimes I feel that how that lemon crisis happened in US, slowly it's going to come because I meet a lot of youngsters and I have seen them, they're spending more than what they have. And they teach me and saying that you take four credit cards and this credit card you pay from this and this. And I said, I don't want so hi-fi your all these strategies. It's better you pay and spend less. So that is another point I wanted to drive always, that spend less at least than what you're earning. If you're not saving, that's the next topic, but at least don't do it on credit so much. So why retirement? Why regular money? It can be for your passion. It can be for the things what you wanted to do, what you're not able to do in your regular work. It can be business, it can be anything. So Anil Rego, who is the CEO, founder of Right Horizon itself, of course, I know him because he's my husband also and my boss also. So I know him from the college days. So he was very clear when he was 18, because I know him from when he was 18, that I wanted to start my own. Okay. And why? Because that's what his passion is all about. And he says that how I will do it. And we both are from the middle class and we didn't have a luxury of money. So he was very clear. I wanted to make a corpus what is required for the house. And that will give the alternative money. So I don't have to stress out. And he has given at least the time to me and himself that he retired, I should be retired by 35. but he was on God grace. We were able to do much early, and he started his own passion in the company when he was age of 30. The same thing happened. So what he did, he just did the investments and he made sure this corpus is there. Even if I'm not earning for the next 5 years, that much equal salary will be coming from the portfolio. And SWP is coming as a trend now, but it is there from last 30 years. And that's what we have done it, because when we both went to all the insurance company, can we have the annuity plans from age of 30? Everybody says no, there is no annuity plans where you can start at 30. But the beauty is now you have in a mutual fund, you can start from tomorrow. So that is the what I'm going to speak. So you don't have to wait for 55 or 60 or 35. You need to know how much money required monthly and then make the corpus and start doing what you love to do it. So how we are planning to have the SWP. SWP is systematic withdrawal plan. There are two ways. One is you invest, make it a bigger corpus, and then withdraw. And that's what your peace of mind is all about. So you don't have to worry. Or so many times, which I've been doing quite a lot of retirement planning for people, they have got a corpus, they have sold the companies, they have sold the real estates. They've got from succession, they got a good money and a one-time money, and they give it to me, and then I do a regularly payout, which is called a systematic withdrawal plan. So we'll have a difference in systematic investment plan and systematic withdrawal plan. We have to know that what is the purpose you wanted to do. So most of the time when I speak, so recently I was speaking to one of the teacher, and she says, no, I always do it, of course, in the chit funds and other things. Then I said, what is the purpose you wanted to do? So she said, no, I wanted to take a loan of 3 crores and build one house and then get a rental yield. And I was trying to explain her that how your rental yield is nowadays is much, much smaller than if you invest anywhere else. But sometimes when we are talking here, I always believe we should have an open mind. Of course, our parents and we have been learned from them, but that time neither they were in taxation on 30%. Their debt funds or FD was giving 12%, which is so good. So they don't have to do all this equity or getting across that what is inflation it should be, what is the taxation is going to be, what are the ways. So olden days, maybe rental yield, FD was giving a good systematic withdrawal plans or interest, but now we have to start thinking on taxation, inflation also. Okay. So this is talking about investment SIP, where you easier way I always used to teach people is that how people olden days is to have the RD, recurring deposit. It grows from your SIP SB account to the RD, and after 2 to 3 years you just remove and go it. So the similar way from your bank, it goes to the, of course, mutual fund companies. But the difference is here you don't know the fixed returns, what you're going to get like RD. You will know only the day when you exit. At the time of sale, you will know what the returns are. I have been doing from the day one. So I have started working in 94 and now this is my 30th year. I've been doing SIP for 30 years. I can tell you it is mind-boggling number if you continue. Most of the people who have started with me and they will say, okay, I am doing this SIP for me taking care of my kids' education. This is taking care of a retirement. After 5 or 10 years, they'll say, oh, Rachna, I need some money. Can I remove from here? And that, of course, it's a part of our work. We say that if you're removing, it's going to impact that goal. But most of the time when people does it, they don't realize it. So make sure any investment you do, link it to the goal and don't redeem in between. SWP is a regular withdrawal plan. You can redeem, you are flexible, you can increase. And if you want, you can stop. So these are the two parts where you take care of operational goal and the time. Time is always a money, I can tell you. So I will have the both the videos to go about SIP and SWP simultaneously. Please let me know if you're able to hear.
Welcome to the world of smart investing. Today, we are unveiling the magic of systematic investment plans. Imagine investing without the stress of market highs and lows. With SIPs, you invest a fixed amount regularly, spreading risk over time. It's like planting seeds that grow into a flourishing financial garden. SIPs offer flexibility, letting you start with as little as a small amount. Another key advantage of systematic investment plan is the power of compounding. Just by investing rupees 5,000 per month from the age of 25 years and increasing SIP amount by 5% every year with top-up SIP can help you accumulate 1.66 crore retirement corpus at the age of 55 years. In summary, SIPs are your financial buddies, making investing stress-free, accessible and rewarding. So, sit back, relax and let the magic of compounding work wonders for your financial future with systematic investment plans. Mutual fund investment. Need a money plan that works for you? Want a regular cash flow? Irrespective of the market ups and downs? The Systematic Withdrawal Plan or SWP from mutual fund is the right choice. Imagine getting money regularly, like pocket money but for grown-ups. That's what a systematic withdrawal plan does. But that's not all. SWPs also offer a regular cash flow for retirement so that you can maintain your lifestyle, flexibility to change your withdrawal amount as per your needs, potential for long-term growth as your money continues to work for you. Tax-efficient withdrawals, as only the capital gain portion is taxable and not the entire withdrawal. Think of SWPs like a reliable friend who helps you manage your money. They provide a regular cash flow, flexibility, and peace of mind. Contact us today to learn.
So I'm just trying to go a little bit basic on this. So SWP or SIP is being always given by the mutual fund. And the good point is, I think so most of us knows how the mutual fund works. Mutual fund is a pool of money where fund house takes, the fund manager have the objectives like a large cap, mid cap, flexi cap. They will invest in those stocks and then the return is divided because it is a pool of money. So how we go and buy in the normal things that I'm just giving example. If you're going and buying a vegetables, you will say, okay, 1 kg of potato is maybe around, I don't know what is the rate now, 50, 60 rupees. So you will have the price and you will have the quantity. Similarly, in the mutual fund, they will have an NAV and the quantities. Okay, that's the way the mutual fund works. So why people should take care of inflation? So we normally says we are taking an inflation as 6% on an average and all because 10 years. But nobody is realizing more than inflation, our lifestyle has gone very, very high. So I wanted to give you an example. Recently, last week, I think so, not even last week, it's a few days back, I was talking to one of the customer and or maybe prospect, I mean, and she says that I need a car. So I said, okay. So I said, why you need a car? Is it because I know they are not having so much of surplus. So I said, if it is possible, you can give it as a low priority, or you can take a Uber, Ola, or take the rental car. So her point was, actually, I need a car because that is a status symbol, madam. And if I don't have a car, people will respect me. And which was a very different feeling when somebody told me that. But I was thinking, maybe it's my way of thinking that if I can't afford it, I better not have a debt and take the car. And I said, if you need it, please take it. You may take a smaller car also. So many times our lifestyle, or I can say brand, has come as much, much more than what we need. And this point, I want to tell everybody, this is my thought. Try not to go much beyond your cash flows or money because your neighbor have it. And this is becoming a very common when somebody comes and tell me that I want this big car or it can be XYZ because my neighborhood or the My neighbors have it. So this is the one main reason. Try to understand what is your lifestyle and what is inflation when we do. This can be on a product, you can see on the mobiles, laptops, the digital. I think so items has gone much, much more than what we can think of. Yesterday in our walking group, somebody was telling, that all the watches has become Rachna antique and you should involve in that because each wall somebody has just now purchased of 14 lakhs one watch. And I was saying, what, it is a diamond or what? He said, no, you don't know. It is a very, very important and 14 lakhs is a very cheap. So I was very surprised that somebody is buying a 14 lakhs of watch and saying that it is a cheap also. So these are the things sometimes we are not realizing. We are going much beyond what we can. But I always says if you have money, that's the best way to do it because that's the way the economy works. If nobody buys anything, it will not work anyway. But go with your means. So how you have to think about it can be a 1 lakh or not. What are the things you should look at? This example, I'm continuing going to be 1 lakh, but I'm saying it can be 75,000 or it can be 1.5 lakh also. So you have to realize if I want it to stay the same way, we always call the same lifestyle, how much money I need, which is the basic household expense we call. Okay. Make sure your protection is taken care of. You have a good health cover, you have a good term cover if required. Nowadays, it's a mandatory sort of, I'm just been telling people take a good house insurance also. These, how much is required? So most of the time, I was speaking another person and he told, Rachna, 35,000 is good enough. And I know them, their lifestyle quite good. So I said, okay, we will start writing what you spend actually. Because I knew that if I start writing, it will go above 75,000. So he said, yeah, we'll start writing. And we pulled his credit cards and bank statements and all this stuff. And when we started writing, it actually went much above it. Because most of the time, what I have noticed is when people start writing basic living, they always see only the that month's bill. It can be food or the servants and the maybe like mobile bills or whatever. They don't take care of a yearly. It can be 1 or 2 vacations. On an average, I'm just giving example of family of 4. We'll have a 4 birthday, 1 anniversaries, 2, 3 social function where you may have to go out, or if you have anything. Normally, I say in a house, every year one or other expense will come. It can be a washing machine or a fridge or any furniture you have to buy. Those nobody take, and we took for him for 1 year expense what he has done it, and it has gone much beyond. So that is the one thing. Please go through much detail before you are saying I need a 1 lakh a month or whatever, to make sure that you take a 1 year expense divided by 12 and then take care of it. When you are doing, you have to start looking across what are the tax you are going to pay, how it is related. Of course, if you wanted to have an increase, because they said if I am not working, I may go for more vacation, more expenses on donation, charities. Please try to take care of those part of it. So as I have been telling quite a lot, inflation link is very, very important. Market risk comes across, of course, in these mutual funds are linked to the market. Health, very important. Please try to do it. I always says in a health, try to take care of contingency also. And health cover nowadays with a good top up, it's coming easy. Make sure at least 25 lakhs for the family floater. Longevity, that's another thing. Recently, I've started having a different things. I think so. Last few customers started asking me to take 90 and 95 as a cash flow. So on an average, I used to take it 85, or I will ask them, please let me know in your family mother side, who is the person who has gone to the natural death, the oldest person and all. People will say, okay, 80, 85 and all, and I'll take it a cash flow till 85. But recently, a lot of time people says, no, in my parents' side, 90 and 95 is becoming. So as we grow, longevity is growing, you have to realize the contract, it is a contrast happening. People are telling me, Rachna, I wanted to retire or I want a regular income by 50 and 55. and the longevity is going till 80, 85. So indirectly, I didn't save for 30, 35 years, but I want the money for 30, 35 years. So we have to make sure what lump sum money I have and how much long you want, because this webinar I am still giving a clause that I am not using the inflation. But if I do the inflation linked 1 lakh every year till 85 years, your corpus will become very, very huge. So whenever you making a regular payout as the amount, make sure what is in your control, what is not in your control, and what is in somewhat in control, then come up with the total value. Like in markets and the policies are not in control. For example, last year the capital gain has increased short term to 20%, not in our control at all. Longevity, of course, it is a little bit in our control because genetics we don't know, but if I'm taking care of my health, I may have longer life. So employment and earning and duration, it's a little bit. If you want to do part-time, you want to do consulting, you may still have it. But saving and asset allocation is totally in your control. So you have to decide what I want. Because another person yesterday I met in one of the place and she says, no, I just wanted to invest in a gold, Rachna. Everybody's telling the gold is very good. I said, okay, please go ahead. So I just asked, is it you take the physical coins or you take an ETF? She said, no, I take a jewelry. So I just told, so I said, so I'm not a gold person anyway, but in model portfolio, we normally have 5 to 7%. So she says, no, I always believe the gold will do good. I said, that's really good. So I said, do you know that if you're buying a jewelry on an average, making charges 15%? She said, yeah. So I said, if you're taking 100 rupees, it will become 115 rupees. Now it is a GST also, it's coming 3%. Okay, 118 rupees. But when you're selling only number of grams. So if gold is not increased 18%, actually still you're on loss. So she said, I never knew that. So I said, yeah, most of the time we actually have a habit because our parents and everybody is doing. But some gold has to go above 18% to give you even 1 rupee profit because it is only gram to gram. So even it's a 916 or whatever KDM you can take. But I am trying to say, I said it's a better you take an ETF. So she said, no, I prefer a jewelry. So I'm saying some things, the saving and your asset allocation is depends on you how you are growing. Very important this table. I love it. I will just next is I'm going to just do only on spot. I can say the calculation, but this is the what. If you are 20 years old, and here I have taken a 1 lakh payout till age of 80 in this. So how much? It's a very beautiful thing. I felt it's only 1700 somebody has to do the investment per month. And that's very easy. If I have 2 lakhs, I will be able to achieve 1 lakh a month. It was when this data point came, and thanks to my team, Jeshri, who was doing this, and I was telling to her also that okay, you can start. But the beauty is this is it I will be able to do for 40 years or not? Most of us will not continue to 40 years. But if you do it, you can just see the amount is mind boggling. It's just 1700 bucks. It's like a two pizza, somebody is not having it in a month. So, same thing with the 30. When you have 30 years old, you still have 30 years to do the investing. So, still the SIP comes very less, it's around 6,000 bucks. Most of the time, I have seen people coming to me is in 40s and 50s where they normally don't do most of the time actually on SIP sometimes for retirement. They will have it a lump sum and then they say to do it. So if you are in 40 and you want a 1 lakh a month from age of 60 till 80, okay, you need only 20 lakhs. So same thing if you are age of 50 and you want a 1 lakh a month from the age of 60, you have to do only around 64. So this is what I have made it across. Again, I'm giving a disclaimer here. I am giving you 1 lakh, not me. I mean, the SWP is happening at 1 lakh a month. which is not inflation linked this time. And that's why if you need, I have made the corpus 2 crore common here. Why? I am assuming 6% as the returns, which I am giving to you as SWP. Okay. So this is what, yes, Pradeep, I will come back to you. So I'll just go back on the calculator and please let me know on the calculator. So you are able to see. Can you see my calculator?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have made this time to maybe more realistic. Next session I will take with inflation linked. But this time I am trying to make, if somebody wants a lump sum, somebody wants as a SIP. But the beauty I'm trying to explain it here is, if you stop SIP or if you withdraw the money in middle, you are going to impact quite a lot. So the first one, any person wanted to do the data on spot, I can help it out. Anybody? Please raise the hand. I will do that. Yes, Bhavan. Yeah, 2 people have raised. Tara, just make one of them or both of them as allowed to speak, and I will take the data.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Shiva, can you just give the data? This data talks about what's your age, what is expectation, and how much SIP is required for that.
Madam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Myself, Shiva, I am a retired person.
Okay.
Right now, I am having a corpus of around 3 CR.
So can you just tell me your age, sir? I will do it on spot.
Right now, my age is 65 years.
65. Okay. Okay, tell me, sir.
My retirement corpus right now it is 3 crores.
Okay, I'll do it on spot correctly. Okay. Okay, sir.
And what I want to know is to make it tax efficient. I want to move my existing bank FDs and NBFC FDs towards mutual fund for SWP.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So my requirement per month family expense is around 75,000.
You can easily take till 1.5 lakhs, sir. Yeah.
And I would like to know the specific mutual fund schemes wherein I can invest lump sum.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I think so that you can do it. You can let us know. Tara will speak with me or somebody. I will do. I will try to do the calculator.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? One more, 2 more people were there, Tara. Can somebody else?
This is Sridhar.
Yes, Sridhar.
Hi. Yeah,
So
this
you
is
want a
Sridhar.
one time or you wanted a lump sum amount calculator?
No, it is like partially one time as well as monthly SIP. Right now, I
Okay.
am 35 years of age.
Okay, 1 minute.
So, yes.
35. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 35. I'm working in abroad, Maldives now.
Okay.
So, I want to get 1 lakh. I'm planning for FIRE, okay? That is by the age of 50, 50. So, from the age of 50, I request like monthly 1 lakh
Okay.
through SWP.
Okay.
So, what is the amount required to make mutual fund right at the moment? Actually, right now I'm investing like 10,000 rupees monthly in mutual
You
fund.
require to have a 20,000 rupees per month. And if you
Okay.
have a lump sum 20,000 and 20 lakhs, you will be able to achieve.
Okay. This is a quick question is like, if it is a lump sum, there is no requirement for SIP, right? That is
Correct.
right now, if I have 20 lakhs, just invest it and just wait for the next 20 or
Yeah.
25 years, whatever it is.
So
Okay,
Sridhar,
okay.
again, one disclaimer here. In this,
Yes.
I have not taken 1 lakh inflation. Okay. So you'll be getting 1
Yes.
lakh. But normally when I do the retirement, we should not
Ah,
take static 1 lakh. You should take inflation link. Okay.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I want somebody else, if somebody wants, so I will be doing, otherwise, anybody else wanted to give the data? So let me do it. Okay. Shrikant, please give. Shrikant, can you do? I have allowed you to speak. Can you speak? Shrikant, can you speak?
Appearing on the screen on the top.
I can't hear you, or it's a problem with my side. Hmm? Shrikant,
Shrikant is the one who spoke earlier. I think now Pradeep will speak.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Something is appearing on the top of the screen actually. Is some dialog box mute, stop video, participant like this only. You please remove that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
At the top, yeah. Yeah, now it is gone. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, okay, I'll just do the second and third um my calculator. So if we are at age current 40 and 60 is the I'm just saying that we wanted to retire and take it. So what happened, and I've taken a life expectancy or longevity, what word we use, for 25 years. So I am saving for 20 years, wanted a money for 25 years. So I have taken average at 12% returns. We normally are a very conservative. You may get much more. I'm just telling on the calculator based 12% returns. Post payout, I have taken a 6%. SWP, I'm taking a 1 lakh a month. So again, my payout, I've taken a 6%, so the 2 crores I required. So I need 20,000. But here is the what I'm trying to going to put a focus on. You came to me and you said, okay, I'm at 40, that's now I wanted to do SIP, and you make sure that I get 1 crore. But when you come at, let us say 40, 48, you said, I wanted to stop because I have some other plans or I've been spending money somewhere else. So when you see, when you stop, so most of the time I have noticed people don't last the same SIP. I'm talking about amount, not a scheme, to continue for 20 years or 30 years. When you do that, actually the power of compounding comes. Because you have stopped it, the corpus has stopped. But the money is continuing. Because the money is continuing, we are able to give, instead of 25 years, we are able to give only 16 years money to you. Okay. Otherwise, the amount is going to get reduced to 52,000 instead of 1 lakh. This is the 3 things I wanted to all of you to focus on. It's always good to start. But how many of us are doing the investment for 10, 20, and 30 years continuously? Okay. I can vouch for me because, of course, I'm doing for last 30 years. But that's where you see the compounding. So please try to understand these calculators, whatever I've done, and anyone else who is giving to you, I call a WhatsApp academy or any learning, try to see what we can learn from them and continue to have more and long term. So if you do more and you stop it faster, it is going to impact quite a lot. Okay. So one thing is, whenever you start and you are linked to that, don't stop it. Okay. You continue. If you are going to do it, this impact will come quite high. Okay. So the other one is talks about, I'm just giving a thought here, even though it's out of that webinar. Here you have the same age. If you have 1 lakh rupees as of today requirement, you are at 40. And what will be the requirement when you are at 60? You will realize it is 3 lakhs. The same lifestyle, if I wanted to continue, as on today, I'm just giving example, I'm spending 1 lakh a month. Okay. So after 60, I should actually take care of 3 lakhs a month. That is, I am just doing, it's called a FV, future value. Future value of, I'm just giving example. So you can just see there's no rocket science here. So I'm just trying to say here the formula is future value at 6%. I'm taking inflation at 6%. After 20 years, because today is 1 lakh I'm spending. When I start wanted a money, when I'm retiring, after 20 years, today's value is a present value, PV is present value is 1 lakh. I need 3 lakhs. And if I need a 3 lakhs at the time of when I'm retired, that retirement corpus have to be approximately 7.7 CR, not 2 crores. 2 crore is 1 lakhs per month, not inflation linked. That is the thing I wanted to think about when you are taking care of it. So I'll go back to my presentation. Please let me know if you are able to see my presentation back. You're able to see my presentation back?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say age-wise, how much money you required as a one-time or an SIP or annually. This is the tax comparison I wanted to give because this has happened when for me last 10 days only this keeps coming. So somebody says, if I have a ready-made corpus, 2 crores because we are taking a 1 lakh a month, which is 6% I am taken. So let us say my FD is giving me 6%. So how much I'll get? I'll get a 12 lakhs. But if you are in a 30% bracket, most of our customers are in 30% bracket. So you are giving 30% on taxation. So what is the amount? 3.6. So post-tax, you got only 8.4. So instead of 1 lakh a month, actually you are getting only 70K a month. So another person said, Rachna, let me have the corpus and I'll have the flat or a house, which will give me the rental income. Okay. In this, I have not taken an appreciation of a house because when you're given a rent, that will not come to you till you sell it, maybe after 10, 15 years. So here you are invested around 2 CR. An average retail rental yield is 3%. So actually, I am getting only 6 lakhs. So in 6 lakhs, 30% normally has taken on the maintenance and then the taxation comes. It's added to the income again. Okay. So exempted is 30%. So after that, the tax will be at 1.26. So post return to me is only 4.75 lakhs. So how much I'm going to get a post tax return is only 40,000. If I do a same 2 crore in a mutual funds, I will expect around a 12% returns. Okay. So where we are saying we are having a 24 lakhs and 24 lakhs, we will be able to take care even, but I'm withdrawing, I will just look at 6%. Exemption is the first 1 year when you're selling it across the profit is not taxable, which is 1.25. And I'm assuming those are long term. It's around 12.5. You will be still getting a better part of it. These are the 3 comparison when your SWP versus the fixed return works. So this is what I have just finished the calculator. Whenever you are having this 1 lakh or any amount, find your what is the family budget. Do you have taken care of a good health cover? Please add it across. Do you need a child's education gifts, anything that also you add it across. If you have any loans and you still have to pay, till that cash flow, please add it across for some time and then you can change it across. So that's the first way of finding how to find a family budget for sometimes. When we start paying out, we go to the moderate risk where we are saying 8% returns and 6% inflation. So when you are in a growth mode, you should go to equity. When you are in a payout mode, you go back to the moderate. Okay. Take care of your rising cost. try to take care of inheritance. Of course, my next webinar, we will try to call somebody who is an expertise, because myself personally, I have written just now, lost my parents within 1 year, and 1 year over, still the assets are not yet moved to us. So there are so many queries and questions because they both have not written the will. And of course, it was very tight for me to tell and explain my mom to write the will. But now we are facing a lot of issues. It can be a naming, it can be no will, it is a succession certificate required. My brothers in US coming and signing. So that's another thing I keep saying, that it's okay and to write a will. Of course, that's the next topic we'll be having in this November or first week of December. With this, I actually will happy to have a questions. I have already told, whenever you are coming with the budget of 1 lakh or not, think of emergency, good health cover, term cover, maximize your loans, what you call volunteer funds. Take care of that. Like if, for example, if you are working till 60, EPF gives you 8.5% tax free as on today. Utilize that for 2 years. Don't remove now. That is the way we have to start thinking across. Always look post inflation, post tax returns, what required. Thanks a lot.